Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Coffee and Crypto. My name's Don, I will be your host today and I'm going to chat through a bit of the crypto prices to start off with and then into some news on what's going on in crypto at the moment. Now, I do have a couple of tweets to show you, a couple of news articles to show you, and a few updates from ourselves at the channel. So stick around to the end, make sure you don't miss any of this video. And please, of course, drop a like, as always, on today's video to help run up the algorithm in the favour of the video. Now, first things first, the prices. So again, not much has changed. If you were here for yesterday's video, the price has pretty much stayed the same over the past 24 hours, but we are seeing Bitcoin sitting at around 29,300. Ethereum up slightly from yesterday at 1,900. BNB again still sitting around the 320, 330 mark. XRP up at 47 cents. That's up actual 3% the past 24 hours. So we have seen that rise a little bit. Cardano's up at 40 cents. Dogecoin 0.8. Polygon Matic at $1. And then Solana at $22. So again, not huge movements happening across the market. Around a 2 or 3% increase on most things, which is still good to see, I guess. But yeah, it is Friday, so happy Friday if you are watching this on Friday, obviously. Hopefully we do see a bit of a pump tonight. We tend to see on a Friday evening into the weekend, we tend to see some sort of price action, and I'm hoping that tonight is no different. So, a few things to cover then. You may have seen from the title of this video, I've got a few things that I want to bring to your attention and discuss. The first one being regarding Coinbase. Now, we did speak about Coinbase on Wednesday's video, I think it was, or maybe Tuesday's video, where they are suing the SEC, essentially. So there's a bit of kind of going back and forward between Coinbase and the SEC that has been going on for quite a while. Coinbase have been meeting with the SEC and trying to kind of figure out what's going on. But they have just released another video and a kind of response video to the SEC. So I'm going to just read over this article, again, give a little bit of my thoughts and opinions on it and what I think is actually going on behind the scenes. And yeah, hopefully you enjoy. So the headline then reads, Coinbase execs respond to the SEC's well notice in a person and on video. Coinbase founder Brian Armstrong and Chief Legal Officer Paul Grewal, which Paul Grewal, again, if you remember from the video the other day, I read a few of his tweets, spoke about the company's Wells notice from the SEC on YouTube at the Consensus 2023. So, the appeal then was in response to a Wells notice received by the firm, a notification by the United States Securities and Exchange Commission, so that's the SEC, that it may intend to carry out enforcement actions against it. So that's enforcement actions against Coinbase. Coinbase's core commitment to regulatory compliance has never wavered, Grewal said in the video, which was addressed to the chair of the commissioners of the SEC. At approximately the same time as the video, Grewal was talking to an audience in Austin at Consensus. So Consensus is again, it happens every year. It's a huge, big kind of digital asset crypto event. So he quoted, or he said, "We are literally sitting up here on stage asking for regulation, asking for rules, asking for the framework that makes sense for our particular technology so that we can be registered." So I understand their frustration. As Grewal has says, they are literally begging and asking for everything to be regulated. They want to invite the SEC to kind of help them be regulated, do better, whatever it may be, and make sure that crypto is a more friendly place, as the SEC would say, and to make sure that we can look after our own investments and we can invest in what we deem is right. So Coinbase are asking for it. Again, I'm not a user of Coinbase personally. I'm not a huge fan of Coinbase, and that's not because they're a bad exchange. It's just I prefer other exchanges like SwissBorg, for example, and even Binance as well. So yeah, I don't use Coinbase, but I'm still following them because they are the kind of, I don't want to say the leaders in the space, but they are like the main big name. They're a publicly traded company and they're a crypto exchange, one of the largest and well-known crypto exchanges. Therefore, it's very important that even if you don't use the exchange, you kind of follow what's happening and you understand what's happening with the exchange. So that's why I always like to check in and see what Coinbase are up to. Now, in the video, Gruel argued that Coinbase's business has not changed in the 2 years since it was approved for listing on the Nasdaq stock exchange. At that time, Gruel said the SEC's position appeared to be that the SEC lacked statutory authority to regulate businesses like Coinbase. So Gruel attributed the SEC's new video to FTX. He quoted SEC Chair Gary Gensler, which I've actually got a piece on Gary Gensler just coming, so stick around for that, as saying, "I feel that we have enough authority, I really do, in this space. FTX was entirely dissimilar to Coinbase," Gruel added. So, yeah, I think the reason he's kind of mentioning the FTX stuff and whatnot is because recently, obviously, we all know FTX, what happened with FTX last year. A lot of, Gary Gensler mostly, but a lot of these SEC guys are using what happened with FTX and kind of using that against every other exchange and saying that every other exchange can do the same thing. But what Gruel was trying to say here at Coinbase is like, we could not be anywhere, like we couldn't be further apart from FTX. We don't do anything like what FTX done. So stop trying to kind of paint us with the same brush. So yeah, look, like I said, not a user, not a huge fan of Coinbase, for no particular reason really, other than I just personally like other exchanges. But they are the big name. What they are doing will kind of shatter throughout the crypto space, so it's important. And yeah, this is just, it's quite annoying, but again, it is an American problem, it is a US problem. The UK and Europe have their own issues, which actually not anywhere near as bad as the US do. We do have quite good kind of regulation standpoints, or at least we're moving towards that, and countries are moving towards that. Portugal, for example, there's like no capital gains tax on crypto. So again, it's a very kind of good push for crypto users or investors or whatever it may be. And then, of course, Dubai are the kind of leading name when it comes to blockchain. And I mean, to be honest, Dubai and the UAE are just the leading name in everything. Let's not beat around the bush here. And yeah, again, UK, Europe, and obviously the Middle East as well are doing a lot better than America for crypto regulatory stuff. Now, I did mention stuff about Gary Gensler, so let me just pop onto this one. I'm not going to go and find the video or play the video for you. I don't like to play videos too much on these live streams. But the SEC chairman, Gary Gensler, releases another video dig at the crypto industry. The regulator made an investor education video arguing that digital assets businesses haven't complied with securities laws. There he's there. Look, there's a quote. "Crypto markets suffer from a lack of regulatory compliance." No, crypto markets suffer because of you, mate. It's because you don't have a clue whether you're coming or going. You would have probably seen, like, the past, again, this has been kind of popular news the past month or so. It's been ongoing for a while, but it's been very popular news the past month or so. And Gensler used to teach at MIT, a blockchain course at MIT, and there's so many videos appearing where he's essentially like praising Ethereum, praising Algorand, praising crypto, saying that they're not securities and whatever it may be. And now it's, I mean, I don't know why it's not coming back and kind of biting him and making it worse for him, but it's, yeah, he's quite blatantly back then saying that things are not securities, or Algorand's this and Ethereum's this, whatever it is. But now, because he's in the position of chairman of the SEC, he's like, nah, sorry, I can't answer that, or I don't have that information, or whatever it may be. But we're like, well, literally, like in 2019, or maybe even, yeah, it must have been 2019, 2018. You've been on record, videoed, and given a lecture saying the complete opposite. So, yeah, the man he's not a good man. That's the words I'll choose. I'll choose my words wisely. He is not a good man. But yeah, the US Securities and Exchange Commission Chairman Gary Gensler took into his crypto critical message to the web again with a new investor protection video. Investor protection. It's hilarious. On Thursday, cautioning people about digital asset businesses that are breaking securities laws. As the industry wrestles with the enforcement action in courts challenges involving the SEC, a major topic at Consensus 2023, the event again, like I mentioned, the agency chief The agency chief reiterated his long-standing position that crypto platforms are operating illegally. Okay, I believe you. Now, the lack of compliance by these crypto platforms mean that you don't have basic investor protections, Gensler said in his Office Hours video series. These are things like rulebooks and surveillance to prevent fraud and manipulation, or appropriate custody and segregation of customer assets so they don't get misused or abused or simply become the property of the platform, especially if it goes into bankruptcy. Sounds very familiar with what banks can do and what's kind of been happening with users' fund with banks, but who am I? Yeah, look, it's same old news, same old Gensler, same old very Mr. Burns from The Simpsons looking man. Yeah, it's not ideal for the US. It's not ideal for crypto in general because the US has such a large view on crypto, or a large audience, maybe the better word. Then because all this is happening, it's causing a bit of kind of uncertainty, which isn't hugely bad because obviously crypto's worldwide, it trades all over the globe, it doesn't really stop it. People in America will still trade. What you will find is the liquidity and the money that will flow into the market as quick as it used to in the States particularly might slow up a little bit purely because of this man on your screen. But nothing is banned, nothing is illegal yet, nothing has been put on kind of paper or written anywhere. It's just this man keeps saying it and has been saying it, and he's basically just like wrecking a lot of the industry. Now, I personally, maybe this is a bit tinfoil hat, but I personally think that Gensler knows he's in trouble in the sense that he knows like what he said in the past. He knows that his past might creep up on him. I have a feeling that very much same kind of scenario what the previous chairman of the SEC done. I can't even remember his name now, but when in the comments, what was the previous SEC's chairman's name? The guy that went after XRP and then left his job the next day. Can't remember his name. But I've got a feeling Gary Gensler's going to do something very similar because he's been building up and building up and building up the past few weeks, months, well, the past few years, I guess, and going all out on a ban against crypto, going against crypto. And then he's been made out, even by some people in the SEC as well, as people don't really like him. He's just not a nice person. I get it. Look, I would get it if he was a nice, genuine, actual wanted change and wanted positive change. Then I'd be like, right, fair enough. I kinda am on board with this. But the fact that he's just a horrible human being doesn't make me nor anyone else that I know in the industry actually kind of want to help him. But yeah, I've got a feeling, like I said, tinfoil hat. I've got a feeling he's either going to be sacked or he will leave his position after causing all this drama in crypto. So yeah, bookmark this. We'll come back and we'll see if I was right or not. But yeah, that's all on the Gary Gensler. Let me get a quick sip of my Starbucks today, actually. This is not sponsored by Starbucks quite yet. I decided to treat myself to a coffee since it was Friday. But yeah, it's probably the last time I do that because Starbucks is so expensive for what it is. I don't really like giving them my money. But yeah, quick sip. Then I want to move on to a little bit again about Linewire to remind you of the Linewire sale. And then we'll move into a few Twitter posts. And then, yeah, we'll start to kind of round up today's video in about 5 or 10 minutes. So stick around. Again, make sure you've liked this video. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe to the channel. Or at least consider subscribing to the channel. It doesn't cost you anything, but it helps us out massively. We do have huge plans for this channel. And all will be revealed very, very soon. So yeah, you want to stick around and you want to know and you want to see what's happening to this YouTube channel over the next few months. It's I'm excited because I'm part of it, but I'm also excited to watch it and watch it grow from a viewer as well. So yeah, get subscribed if you're not subscribed, and if you are subscribed, thank you. Thank you very much. Make sure you like the video. Okay, right, I'm going to stop talking and let me get a sip of this coffee, and then we'll chat about Linewire. It's starting to go cold already. Anyway, moving swiftly on to Linewire. Just to remind you, I'll be quite quick here, but just to remind you that the public sale that we've been talking about ends in 4 days' time. I've already completed my KYC and joined the waitlist. I'm coming on to remind you to do the exact same thing. So go join the waitlist. There's a link in today's description. It's a very, very top link. Click on that link, stick in your email address, then go through KYC. Takes literally like 2 minutes, if that, to do. And it means that on May 2nd, when this project goes live, which I am buzzing about personally, just because, again, it's Linewire. I used Linewire a lot when I was younger. And yeah, the whole market's buzzing about this project. I've seen so many people talk about Linewire. It's exciting. So yeah, I want to get invested as soon as possible. I missed out on any kind of other like public sale or anything, or sorry, private sale or community sale. So I want to catch it on the public sale, which is May the 2nd. And yeah, look, don't invest because I'm investing. That's one thing I would say. Never financial advice given on this channel. But yeah, I'm excited for this, as you can tell, because I keep talking about it. We do actually have a video, or Deck's dropping a video tonight on the YouTube channel, which is all to do with Linewire. So Linewire is back as the topic. And again, Deck is equally as excited because we both used the platform Linewire so much to download music back in the day. So yeah, check out the video. Go to this YouTube channel as you're already on. Turn on post notifications. I'm not entirely sure what time this video comes out tonight, but it is out tonight. So turn on post notifications and make sure you don't miss it. But in the meantime, click this link in the description, sign up for the waitlist and KYC, and get ready for the launch of Linewire. Going to be exciting. Now, quick last two tweets I wanted to show you. This one's a video which I don't think is playing very well for some reason. Again, Wi-Fi isn't great. So yeah, so this is let me just mute it in case it's playing. So this is a mining rig. Now this might seem strange why you're showing us a random video of a mining rig. The reason I'm showing this is because we get asked so much on our Instagram or on Twitter, and sometimes in the comments on YouTube, what do you think about Bitcoin mining? Should I do Bitcoin mining? And we always say no, absolutely not. Not unless you've got a setup like this. And this video here, I'm sure, is one of about 50 tanks of water-cooled mining rigs that this company's got. Now, it used to be really, really profitable to be a Bitcoin miner. Back, I'm talking 5+ years ago. I actually used to work with someone who mined Bitcoin from an old PlayStation 3. And the reason for that is because it had like fans and self-cooling things, whatever it may be. But yeah, you could literally mine Bitcoin from a PlayStation back 5, maybe longer than that, years ago. But yeah, so it used to be really profitable to do so. Obviously, your energy bill maybe goes up because you're just constantly just working and working and working. But nowadays, unless you've got a setup like the one you can see on your screen, or you've got a warehouse full of 150, 250 mining rigs that are all air-cooled and whatnot, personally, I just don't see the point in it. But yeah, that's purely the only reason I wanted to show you this, because we get asked all the time about, should I mine Bitcoin? And well, look, yeah, you should if you've got that kind of money to invest into this type of setup. If not, just invest in Bitcoin. It's probably a lot cheaper and a lot easier to do so. And then lastly, I wanted to finish on the Amazon stock. So I seen this posted yesterday actually, or it was last night. So yeah, the past few hours, Amazon added 120 billion to its market cap and then lost 140 billion all in the last 1 hour. Welcome to the casino of Amazon. So I don't really know what's going on. Again, it's a stock, it's not a crypto, which is not something I tend to look at. But just when I was kind of scrolling Twitter last night, I seen this and I was like, what is going on? This looks like a meme coin. This looks like a dog coin or something, or a rug pull. This is nuts. So yeah, it just goes to show you that big companies like Amazon can also move like crypto, I guess, when they really have to. But yeah, I'm not personally entirely sure why this has happened. Again, I haven't really looked into it. It was simply just the chart that grabbed my attention, and the fact that it was Amazon, like one of the biggest companies in the world. Yeah, pretty insane. So I added 120 billion. Absolute Lambo candle. Let's see if I can make this larger. Is it going to work? I'm not sure. No, but yeah. Oh, it's working. Again, Wi-Fi in here is not the best. But yeah, if you can still see that on your screen. Oh, hang on. Here we go. Are we going to have it? There we go. Much better. So, yeah, absolute Lambo candle. Oh, right, okay. I won't click it again. Apologies, this Wi-Fi is quite frustrating. Yeah, so you get an absolute Lambo candle. I think I've said that like 4 times now. But, yeah, then an absolute correction and almost like a Bart Simpson like thing here. So imagine Bart Simpson's head with these spikes, his massive forehead. So that's where you call it the Bart Simpson kind of candle pattern. You might have heard it before, but yeah, absolute Lambo candle and an absolute Bart Simpson all the way back down, losing a total of 20 billion over what just been added. So interesting to see. Very interesting to see. But yeah, that's all for me today. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Again, if you haven't liked the video, please like the video. I do appreciate the feedback, and drop me a comment as well. Let me know if you enjoyed this video, what you want to see more of in these videos. If you do want to see any more, or if you think it's perfect, please let me know. And yeah, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications. Also follow us on Twitter. Like I said, we have a video dropping tonight, which we've posted on our Twitter. We're really focusing on growing this page. So yeah, drop us a follow, drop us a retweet. Engagement is very much appreciated. It doesn't cost you anything, but it means a lot to us. So yeah, again, thank you so much for tuning in to Coffee and Crypto. My name's Don. I will see you in the next video. And yeah, see you soon.